My name is Douglas Coleman, and I'm going to share with you my reviews for some tech tools for managing the classroom environment. So first we have Blooms. Blooms is a really worthwhile website and app available on both Android and Apple Store. Um, Parents are able to view pictures posted throughout the day that teachers share. Teachers can share things related to perhaps a pep rally or holiday events or special classroom activities. This gives parents a really kind of a unique look at the child's day that wasn't previously available. Perhaps when I was young. What's also nice about Blooms is they have like a translation feature or like you can change the language, which is nice. Like if you're teaching abroad, like many of us are. Um, there's also what I like the most, perhaps, is the opportunity to schedule meetings with parents through this app. My school specifically only allows a parent-teacher meeting to be a maximum of 15 minutes long. And frequently, I have parents who want to meet with me after school, which I'm not available for. So, being able to fall back on the website and say, you can look at my available time for these days, Monday through Friday. And so that's really nice because I'm not staying too late after school, and also I can discuss with parents some of the progress about their students, perhaps in relation to maybe math or like students' composure, to be able to give feedback so parents know this is what's happening at school, and they can kind of see how that fits in with how their child is at home. Next on our list is Seesaw. Seesaw is my personal favorite because in addition to being able to communicate with parents, similar to Blooms, I'm also able to upload my own assignments for the students to complete. I can even uh, add my instructions in how to do something to make it clearer. Now, what's fun is that I can assign these assignments to all of my students and I can grade them. I can also use a feature to mark progress to see who has completed what assignments and who hasn't turned them in. But I think one of my favorite features of Seesaw is how I'm able to essentially go to this like community uploaded assignment library, and I can shop almost, not actually shop, but I can select activities and assignments that other teachers have made and assign them to my own students. So I have one for like a sight word activity, and then I went into the library and I found an adding assignment from another teacher from the assignment library, and then I assigned that to my fictional class. So that's a part of Seesaw that I really like. Now, last on our list is Best Sound Timer. This is just a pretty short and sweet app that can just help students visualize how much time they have left. This is really great, not just for young learners, perhaps when they need to clean up to help them, know it's time for us to transition. While it is good for that, it's also good for other activities such as the end of a test. In my experience, sometimes students, I'll tell them in English and then in Chinese, you have 5 minutes left, you have 2 minutes left. This way, this is kind of nice to have on the board in the last 5 minutes. They can see how much they have in regards of time that's left, and helps them kind of prepare themselves to be able to, put pencils down, hands up, and I can come and collect their tests. So that's something that's really good. That it just works really well, but there really isn't too much that's very complex about it. Now, in regards to using Best Sound Timer in the physical and online classroom setting, I think this app can be used for both, provided you can just share your screen in the online setting. Perhaps you're doing a writing activity with your students, you give them maybe 2 minutes to write a story, or maybe they write a portion of a story and then they have to pass it along. Maybe I am writing the introduction part, someone writes the ending, someone writes the middle section, and you only have 2 minutes. This is a good way to give students time to do that. This is also sometimes a good way to, maybe if students are ill-prepared, you can say, okay guys, you haven't come to class prepared today, I'm going to give you 1 minute to get all your things ready and situated so we can begin class. That's something you can do in both the online and the physical classroom setting with best sound timer. Now for Blooms, Blooms is really something you'd kind of only, you can use it for the physical classroom setting, but really it's kind of not really involved in the classroom experience. It's really more for just for like marking progress and communicating with parents, relaying feedback. Typically, what we do at my school is a weekly and then end of semester kind of evaluation where I explain how they've improved, where they've stagnated, and what needs to improve. So this is one way of doing that. It's a little bit more modern compared to just typing it out in Word and then printing it off and giving it to parents at the end of the semester. Seesaw really can be used for physical and online classrooms. Personally, when I was in university, we had kind of like hybrid settings where you'd go to the classroom and have your lecture and discuss with the doctor, the doctorate, PhD, and then but all the assignments, everything was online. So I think Seesaw is perhaps the most versatile out of the three because you can go ahead and you can have your lesson perhaps in the classroom or online, and then you can go ahead and assign these assignments, perhaps even that are similar or reflect what you've done at school, and they just go ahead and they do them at home. It just has the added bonus of a communication feature to discuss with parents any progress or opportunities for improvement.